All right, it's 5 o'clock, so we can begin our work session. I know we have Tracy is joining us online. Hi, Tracy.
Hi, Tracy.
Hey, Tracy.
Work session, first project to review, 128 Burwood Drive, window alterations, comments from the board.
I just have a question about why line item 1 is the only window that doesn't have grills. I just was wondering.
I wondered that too.
Same comment, yes.
All right, anything else?
No.
We can discuss that. The applicant, next project is 1235 South Elm Avenue, also a window alteration. Comments from the board.
Really didn't have any comments, Bob. I guess we're at the picture window. We're just changing from double hung to casements. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I think, as we talked about, the submittal is a bit lacking because we don't have photographs of the overall elevations. So it's hard to judge what the new window styles are going to look like in the context of the existing house. I looked, just to clarify in my own mind, I did drive by there and took a photograph of the front elevation. And they're changing out that Chicago style window, which I think is very in keeping with the style of the house and adds a lot of nice character. And going for something that's a little more contemporary looking, that doesn't have the nice wide mullions. So I, just kind of curious about why they made that selection.
So you'd rather go back to the double hung.
I'd just like to discuss it with them and see if they considered keeping that, especially since it is a prominent feature on the front elevation. And I think the Chicago style looks really nice compared to what the proposed is.
Mhm.
I can't tell. Are there grills in those windows? I can't tell from the photograph.
Well, there's something wrong with the printing on the printer, I think that.
Mm.
But yeah, I agree that the proportions of those muttons or whatever they are, these dividers are too thin.
Too thin, yeah.
I don't mind the casement though.
Mhm. Okay. We can discuss that with the applicant. All right, next project we have is 11 Old Westbury Lane, new two-story house with garage. Comments from the board.
Thought this project had some nice detailing to it.
Yeah, I really like this. I think it's very nicely done.
Yeah, it's nicely detailed. I have a question about the arch front entry. Just it looks. I mean, it might just be the render capabilities of the software they use, but just seeing the stone with the more of a flagstone look, with the bricks or the brick soldiers, or the stone soldiers. I don't know if they are. Just kind of slapped on, but I don't know. Maybe it's just the computer limitations. I don't know if I haven't seen where it says what that is, if it's stuck on like thin stone, or if it's a modular stone or what.
Are you talking about over the archway?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
All right, so we can discuss that. Any other comments or thoughts on 11 Old Westbury Lane? There are projects for the work session. So we will take a pause until our regular session begins at 5:30. If anyone's online, we'll start back up at 5:30, and anyone in person, we'll begin then. Thank you. All right. Thank you. All right, welcome everyone to the Architectural Review Board meeting. We finished our work session. The official meeting is now underway. Introduce Jim Balin to Koa Bell with the city. We have Jamie Hassmeyer on the Zoom with, she's our council liaison. Board members Carol Dunkey, Tracy Collins is online. David Yates and Chuck Yannicki and myself, Bob Buckman, all volunteer architects on the board. First item of business is review of meeting minutes from January 16th, which we all have copies of. And I'll ask for a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the January 16th minutes as submitted.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right.
I,
Aye. All right, the meeting minutes are approved. As noted, as written, sorry. At this point, if we call your project and you're here in person, we'll ask you introduce yourself at the microphone and we'll discuss your project. If you're online, to raise your Zoom hand, and Tacoa will add you to the discussion. First project is 128 Furwood Drive. All right, hello,
Hello, how are you?
good, welcome.
Thank you.
I think we had one question about your submittal, Carol.
Yeah, just a question. I noticed that line item 1 is the only window that doesn't have grills. Could you give us a little insight into that selection?
Yeah, that's correct. So that particular window is a bathroom window that has obscure glass, and the manufacturer does not offer grills to be installed with that particular window.
That's a shame.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I think that, if you're limited by the manufacturer, that is the situation, but it's a shame because I think the window grill style that you selected would look nice. But, I wouldn't vote against it. I was just curious
Yeah.
as to
No,
why.
I wouldn't either, but I have seen where we've had obscure glass in bathroom windows and then have grids applied.
Mhm.
So.
my wife and I spoke earlier, and we were also talking about potentially adding something to the exterior of the window after the installation is completed to match requirements, if that's something that we needed to do.
I think that from my point of view, I can't speak for the whole board, but I think that would be a nice option and we could make it an option. I mean, I think it's okay to have it without grills. It's not really on a like prominent front elevation or anything, but I do think that if there was something that you all found acceptable to apply grills to make it match, that would be fine. Maybe we could make that an option if everybody else is agreeable to that.
Yeah. I think
I'm-
if we
I'm
put
fine with
that on
that.
the motion, yeah, I think that'd be fine.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
I think with that, may I have a motion, please?
I'll make a motion to approve 128 Furwood Drive as submitted with the option to add treatments or muttons post installation on the exterior of the bathroom window.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Aye. Oppose? All right, you're approved as noted. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, our next project is 1235 Elm Avenue. Anyone present for this one? I see someone
am.
online. Hello,
Hi.
are you the homeowner?
Yes.
Okay, welcome.
Thank you.
I think we had a question about the picture window. And wondered if you you guys had considered replacing it with the wider mullions between the double hungs and the fixed frame?
So it currently is 2 double hungs and a picture window in the center. And our intention was to go down from 3 windows to 1. So the replacement is a half quarter slide window rather than 2 double hungs and a picture.
Mhm.
Yeah, that existing style with the fixed picture window and the double hungs on the side is a Chicago style window, and it's very much in keeping with the style of your house. And those the thicker mullions are also provide a nice strong rhythm to the fenestration that goes with the other windows on your house. So I was wondering if you considered just keeping that Chicago style window, or if you decide you want to go to casements on each side of the fixed window, keep the wider mullion. Had you considered any of that?
Well, we thought about it, but because we don't have any other picture windows and that mullion isn't technically present in our other front-facing windows, they're all just traditional double hung, except for one small window at the front of the house, which is a diamond grid, obscured glass, stained glass style. So I didn't feel like we were going too far outside of what's existing on the front elevation because the split on the window would remain the same. What we're really losing in that front visual is that, I guess what you would call the meeting rail, where we're losing that double hung on the sides. My thinking was kind of going toward the efficiency of having 1 window versus having 3 windows.
I think what you're proposing is okay. You know, I wouldn't vote against it. It's just, to me, it's a shame to lose that nice Chicago style window character that goes so well with your house.
Sure. Is the concern more about the thickness of the vertical mullion, or is it about the loss of that visual meeting rail on the right and left for the double hung?
Actually, it's a little bit of both. If you decided you wanted to lose the meeting rail on the side windows, but maintain a heavier mullion in between, I think that would look better than what's proposed.
Okay.
And if I can weigh in, I'm with Carol on the meeting rail. The Chicago windows, at least the ones I've seen, have been casements originally and not necessarily double hungs. They've existed both times, but I would almost suggest going with casements anyway, because sliders can always be problematic with the tracks getting filled up with junk over time, and you might be better you might like casements better than a slider.
Sure, and I hadn't even thought of that as an option.
Yeah.
The primary thought in the beginning of it was to fix the picture window that has a broken seal and is
Right.
unsightly, and
Right.
just to get that energy efficiency. And the thought, my logical brain just tells me one window might be better for heat exchange than 3 separate units and then having to seal gaps. But I'm, obviously willing to do whatever is necessary. Long-term goal is just to have better windows in the space.
Yeah. Yeah. And I like Carol would not necessarily vote against what you have proposed, but maybe a casement might be a better option just from a usability point of view. Is a
Sure, and
suggestion to you. Yeah.
and to get that thicker mullion, that vertical line it sounds like it's more important than that meeting rail visual of what would be a double hung, correct?
Yeah, that sounds
Yeah.
good to me.
Okay. I'll definitely look into that with the window company. I didn't realize that would be an issue, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially if you have trees in the front yard and with pollen, those tracks get gummed up really quickly.
Okay.
Okay. So I think we can put that as an option on the motion. All right. I think that was it on this one, right?
So.
All right. With that, may I have a motion on 1235 South Elm?
I'll make a motion to approve 1235 South Elm as submitted with the understanding that the owner may, at their option, maintain the proportions of the existing Chicago window and change out the double hung portions for casements and maintain the fixed picture window.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? All right, you're approved. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, and our last project, 11 Old Westbury Lane. Hello, good evening.
Sorry to interrupt. Do you mind turning your microphone on, please?
Sorry.
Can you hear me now?
I can. Much better. Thank you.
Should I start over or no?
Yes, please. Sorry.
Okay.
Couldn't hear
sorry.
anything.
All right. So that's even better since I had the wrong address. So, so again, we're proposing a 1.5-story residence at 11 Old Westbury Lane. There's an existing home that will be demolished. It's in disrepair. It was a great home at one point, but at this time, it's really just in disrepair. The home that we're proposing is roughly 4,700 square feet, and it's a Tudor style with predominantly brick with stone accents and some board and batten siding. 5-bedroom house, and it has an attached 3-car garage. And I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have.
Okay, great. Thank you. I think David, you had a question.
Yeah. Overall, it's a very good looking house.
Thank you.
Very nice. I just had a question about the stone and or brick detailing over the entry archway. I don't know if that's just limitations of the software or whatnot, but is the arch a brick arch or is it?
Yes,
Okay, so brick in a stone.
correct.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
so the field is a stone veneer, and then the arch is a brick arch. It's a triple soldier arch.
Okay. And then is the stone like it's shown there, or is it going to be a different type of flagstone or is it more of a cut stone or?
Oh, no, it's gonna be a field stone. It won't be a
Field stone.
cut stone.
Okay,
Okay,
okay.
yeah.
And then will the brick be proud or?
Yeah,
reset?
it's usually about a 3/4 inch.
Okay, okay.
Offset there.
Just curious.
Yeah, some of the material notes are pretty small text, so.
Okay.
Oh, does it say? I didn't see it. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, I was gonna say, for us to read it, it's like 1 point or 2 point font, so it's a little challenging. I was curious too, is that gonna be stucco? What are you using on the wood?
That'll
Is it
be a
gonna-
board and batten, so a cement
Okay.
board, smooth cement board with vertical battens.
Gotcha. So painted finish,
Yes.
okay.
What are you
Great.
doing at the fascias? Are you doing 2x12s or 2x10s or what's going on there?
I believe we've got about a 12-inch fascia board
Okay.
there.
You look good.
I can get you additional detail on that.
Same on the rake boards too, at the,
The rake, I'm sorry, the rake boards will be 12 inches.
Okay.
The fascia is gonna be 2x8.
okay.
Or it'll be a 2x8 backer with a 1x8 hardy board.
Got it. Okay.
No, I mean, yeah, I agree with David, and I think Carol said this too. It's really nicely designed,
Oh,
so
thank you.
proportions are great, so.
We don't officially care about color, but what color is the brick gonna be?
Yeah.
Just curious.
We actually do have a color rendering. Do you guys remember what color we were going? It's a red brick or?
It's very similar on neighborhood. I don't know if y'all are familiar with that. So there's kind of a mix. A number of large pavers that have kind of the red and brown.
Mhm. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Very cool.
Nice, thank you.
It's a very nice house. Very nice.
All right, well, I appreciate the comment, and with that, I think may I have a motion?
Make a motion to approve 11 Old Westbury Lane as submitted.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
Thank you, guys.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Have a good evening. All right, and with that, we are adjourned. Thanks all.